This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Reformation Sunday. I have to tell you, as a pastor, it's hard to decide where to land. Am I going to talk to the confirmands and give one last chance to keep them up front and have their full undivided attention? Do I speak to a historical event, or do I speak to what is currently happening? It's messy, and that's what we're going to do with Reformation Sunday today. We are going to get messy. Okay, confirmation kids, this is the part that I asked you to help me out. Now that the kids are gone, we're going to play. So there is Play-Doh for everyone. The kids are going to hand it out. Please take one and pass it along. There should be enough for everybody to have their own Play-Doh. Take one and pass it along. Go ahead and get it open. You can get it warmed up because we're going to be using it. And if this is a major failure, we're going to name and blame Greg's brother. Click, click, click. Okay, how are we doing? It's not been here yet. Where has it not been yet? Who doesn't have Play-Doh yet? Who still doesn't have Play-Doh? Sound guys, do you have Play-Doh? Aha! Play-Doh back to the back. Okay, does everybody have Play-Doh? Oh, you're juggling so well there. Thank you, thank you. Confirmation kids, you need a Play-Doh too, please. Okay, everybody's got Play-Doh, right? Okay. What I would like you to do with your Play-Doh, and you're not going to have a huge amount of time because I still want to talk to you today. I want you with your Play-Doh to either build a church or to build a symbol of the church. So a church that would be important to you or a symbol of the church that would be important to you. And you have 2 minutes to do that. So this is speed Play-Doh. How we doing? Yeah, there are some similar symbols coming out here. Everybody pretty good? Okay, I want to hear what you came up with. I'm seeing a lot of crosses. Lots of crosses. Who did a cross? Okay. What else do we have? What do we have? Somebody that's not a cross. Oh, we have We have a church.
Oh. Overachiever.
We have a heart back here. What else have we got? What, the Trinity. Ooh, hold that up, Lucas. A Trinity symbol. What else have we got? A ring that's a promise forever. Another heart. What else do we have? A cross. Thank you. What else? Oh, there we go. We got a couple fish. Any other fish in the place? We got a couple of other fish in the place. What else? Anything else that's different? A lily. Very good. What is this? It's a church. Excellent. Excellent. That's the pancake style church. Another cross. What else? A what? A hug. Oh, love it. Love it. Another heart. Good. Anything else over here? A coffee cup. Very good. Very good. Cool. Symbols, either symbols of the church or the church. Okay. But today's Reformation Sunday. So what I would like you to do is, with 3 or 4 people around you, combine your Play-Doh and build a new church or a new symbol of the church. Got 3 minutes to do it. What are we going to build? Emily, come on. Emily, come on up here.
You want the colors mixed together?
I don't know what you're going to do. We're building a church. How about a front door to the church?
I'll make the steeple.
You're going to make the flat part? What are you making? Oh, she's got the flat part. Here's a door. Here's a door for our church. Do you think our church needs a... Who's making the steeple? You're making the steeple? Okay, Josh, you want to put it together? Where does the door go? Okay, put it in there. Kent's got the steeple going. Oh, excellent. I like the way you think. Oh, excellent. Oh, we got a Trinity thing. Yeah. You want it? Okay, how we doing? How we doing? Okay, my first question for you, was there anybody who hated to give up the first thing that they'd made? Reformation Sunday. It means we give things up in order to move into a new thing. So there were some of us that didn't particularly like giving it up. How was it to negotiate that quickly what you were going to make anew? Hard. Gets more complicated, doesn't it? Gets more complicated. Was it messier with more people? No? Yes? What were your other discoveries? Tell me what else you discovered in the process. He didn't like what I did because I made the devil. Who else? Process.
You have to cooperate and compromise.
Cooperation and compromise. Reformation. What else? What else? What? I still didn't hear you. Combine. Yell loud. Figuring out where all the pieces fit together. What else? Yes. It was more fun. Which time? It was more fun in the group. Very good. Purpose. Purpose. By the way, over here, there's a coffee cup and cookies. And a plate. What else? Does anybody else want to share what they created or another aha moment? Yes, what did you create? A kiss and a cross. Very nice. What else? Max, what do you got? The offering basket that's got all kinds of offering in it. Coins in it. Excellent. And iPad. Very good. Very good. Anything else you want to share? Yes. A banner. Oh my goodness. Gorgeous. Banner with symbols. Oh, we got people. Maybe Adam, because there seems to be a fig leaf. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, really quick note on the Play-Doh. It's yours to keep. Or I have a teacher over here that said she'll take it if you don't want to take yours home. So, okay, it is Reformation Sunday. You've talked a lot about what it meant to reform, go from that first thing to the next thing. Now let's think about it in terms of the church. This week, I was off at Bishop's Convo. Oftentimes for Bishop's Convo, they'll bring in a speaker, a presenter. That's not what they did this year. This year, it was the pastors talking to one another. We began with worship, we end with worship. Pastors are funny that way. And Scripture guided our conversation. But here's where the conversation ultimately landed. When asked how we as pastors are doing, when asked how our ministries are doing, there is a very clear trend. The ministries that are alive and flourishing and growing are ministries that are adapting and collaborating. Think about what you just did and experienced. Those are the ministries in our synod that are growing. Adapting, collaborating, Reformation Sunday. Let's talk about two of them. First of all, in this place, we do worship in 5 different ways on 5 different Sundays. We also do a devotional service. So this small parish all of a sudden has 6 different worship opportunities, which means we have the potential to speak to 6 different people in 6 different languages. Now, let me tell you, my life would be a whole bunch easier if I sat down at the beginning of the month, chose the hymns, gave them to the organist, and off we went. That would be easy. It's not the way it works. We have a worship and music committee. We have 2 paid pianists, organists. We have Keith and Amy who do music. We have Halfway Home who does music. We have youth group who does music. We have the Fab Four who does music. We have technicians and cantors and worship leaders and 2 different choirs. It gets messy. It is really easy to lose the communication strains to get information where it needs to get. But what we have created is this network of collaboration, creating space that musicians of every flavor are welcome and invited to share who they are and what they've been given here in this place. Another example. We have long worked on youth ministries, and there was a time that every youth ministry we were trying just wasn't happening. One of my colleagues, Rich Dethridge, who was over at Assemblies of God Church, had been on my case for a while to start an after-school program here for the Mark Twain kids. They'd started one there for the high school kids. He'd been on my case. And we talked a little bit about it here, but we didn't have the personnel. We didn't have somebody with a mission, a passion for it. So I sat down with 4 of my colleagues. It wasn't me who called the meeting. It was Pastor Linda down at the Methodist Church. Pastor Linda and I sat down. Steve Knox, Father William, the 4 of us sat down and said, what can we do for the kids in our community? And out of that came ASAP. ASAP will be a year old in January. Over 70 volunteers work to pull ASAP together. As of last week, we had 55 middle school kids. We have a youth program. It may not be the youth program that we had 50 years ago. We have a youth program. Did you see what was up here for the kids' time? We have a youth program. But it's different. It's adaptive. It's collaborative. So partway through the Bishop's Convo, we got some statistics. I believe there are 112 congregations in our Oregon Synod. Of those 112 congregations, 19 of them are currently in call process. Of those 19 churches currently in call process, only 4 will be calling a full-time pastor. And I don't know the statistics for the rest of the congregations that pastors are currently served. The reality is there are not finances for churches to pay full-time pastors. So one of the pastors that's serving one of those small congregations stood up and he goes, well, how come the synod can't fund us? Or how come healthy congregations can't help us supply full-time pastors? And another pastor, who I think is profoundly wise and is related to this guy, stood up and said, when we can no longer afford our pastor, when we can no longer afford our building, that is the heads up that it's time to adapt and collaborate. Throwing more money at old systems, defunct systems, is not going to serve anyone. Every system, every church has got to adapt and collaborate. And every place, every town, every ministry, that is going to look different. Reformation Sunday. Now, it's easy for that to be really overwhelming. Life is moving so quickly, things are changing so quickly, it can be profoundly overwhelming. But here's the good news, folks. The God who loves us and the God who called us by name is the God who sets us free from living with this when he's got this in mind for us. It's Reformation Sunday. And today we get to delight in the God who is reforming us into Christ's image for his purpose and to his glory. Amen.
Well, it's a light in